Hey, good evening. Okay, so this is going to be for period 3 for my class and the accelerated students. We're looking at 6.2 on page 255 and 256. If you forgot your homework, follow along, write down the equation, write down the model, and then solve the problem. We did this one together, I think that was yesterday, and we also did number 2. So here is where we were at, 9/10 times 2. Well, I had my 2 holes, and how many equal parts can I put under there? Well, it came out that it was fifths, so I circled 9 fifths, so I had counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so there's 9 fifths. 9 fifths goes to be simplified. I have 1 whole plus 4 fifths equals 1 4 fifths. Number 2, I counted up here. I had 4 equal parts, and this was 3/4 times 3. And here I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9/4. I needed to simplify it. So one way of doing it, I can go into 4 goes into 9 2 times with 1 left over. Or I can do my 4 over 4 plus what equals 9/4. It'll be 5. So this is 1 5/4. But this is still an improper fraction. So I'm going to take my 5/4, and that's going to equal to 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4, and that gives me 1 plus 1/4. That equals to 1 1/4. And I still have my 1 up here, so I need to add that in. So 1 plus 1 plus 1/4, and that equals to 2 1/4. And that's my answer. And I broke it down this way. Some of you don't need to do it now. You're catching on a lot quicker, so you don't need to do all this work. Those of you that are still struggling with it, work it out so that your brain has that opportunity of processing it. Now I'm going to count over here to how many I've circled. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to kind of shade in because they're tiny and I don't want to miscount. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm doing it 3 times. So that's, I'll do different colors so that you can see it. So that's one color. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8. And it's times 3. And this is 1, 2 8, 3 8, 4 8, 5 8. That's the second group. And then I'm going to take my third group, and this is 1 8. That kind of looks like the pencil there, doesn't it? Oh, just looking for my pink pencil. I loaned it out to somebody today. I'm going to erase the black one so I can see more color. And so this is 1 8, 2 8, 3 8, 4 8, and 5 8. Okay? And so now I had 3 groups of 8. And so how many do I have? 5, 10, 15, 8 total that I circled. Because here, again, it was 5 8 times 3. Okay? Now, how do I simplify it? Well, another way of doing it is 8 goes into 15 how many times? 1 time. And how many are left over? 7. Okay, to check my work, we did my denominator times my whole number plus my numerator. So it's 8 times 1 is 8 plus 7 equals 15 eighths. And so my answer is correct. Move over to this picture here. We're looking for the answer, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I was just thinking while I was doing it, those of you that get confused, number. That way, if you miscounted, you can go back and check your work. Okay, now is 5 6 times 4 20th? 26? Yes, it is. And that equals to how many groups of 6 can go into 20? Well, I know that's 3 and that's 18, 2 left over. But they're 2 even numbers, right? So with my 2 even numbers, they're divisible by 2, which means I can cut that in half. So this is now 3 1/3. Half of 2 is 1. Half of 6 is 3. Okay? Let's go on number 5. Doing the same thing here. Well, this was 12, so I needed to find which fractions would fit across equally, and that would be 6, the 6th. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, which is also equal to 1 1/6. And is that what I see here? So I'm going to shade in here. This is 1. And is this the 1/6 that I have? Yep, there you go. If I were to multiply this out, again, it would be 14 over 12, and that will still give me 1 1/6, because 12 will go into 14 one time with 2 left over, and then it would be 2 12ths. Well, half of 2 is 1, half of 12 is 6, so it's still the same answer. All right, let's look at number 6. Number 6 is 7/10 times 2. And so again, I'm going to go ahead and number so I don't miscount. I won't, but we can always make mistakes, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this would be 14, and this is tenths. 10 goes into 14 one time with 4 left over 10, even numbers. So it's 1, half of 4 is 2, half of 10 is 5. And so my answer is 1 2/5. Again, you can use this pattern, or you can use it this way, or continue. You can keep subtracting. And remember, you can do it like this. When I'm talking about the subtraction, I can take out a group of wholes, and that makes it 4/10 that's left over. So this is 1 plus 4/10 equals 1 4/10. Oops, I'm sorry. I did it again. I did it today in class too. So you see how I'm subtracting out one group of whole, and if I can keep going, then I can do it till I can't do it anymore. And then we said that half of 4 is 2, half of 10 is 5, and there's my answer again too. So you can do it either way and still come up with the same answer. All right, so let's look at number 7. Chef Talbot is baking 6 blueberry pies. If he uses 3/4 pint of blueberries in each pie, how many pints of blueberries will he need? So how am I going to figure this one out? Okay, so I've got to... I don't have all my color pencils. I'm not prepared. All right, so I'm not going to use this. I have the wrong colors. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it tomorrow, I promise. So, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and see what we have. Chef Talbot is baking 6 blueberry pies. So we know how many he's baking. And this is the wrong one. I can't find all my colors. And I think I just did it opposite. He uses 3/4 of blueberries in each pie. So I'm going to circle my 3/4 pint of blueberries in each pie. How many pints of blueberries will he need then? Okay, so to draw a model, my equation is going to be is going to do 3/4 of pints for 6 pies, right? Of cups for 6 pies. So I need to find out what's the total amount. So I'm going to draw 6. So I'm going to put 6 boxes. I'm going to put fourths in here, so in each one there is a total of 4 parts. Trying to get that even. So in each container, there's a full container, and I'm going to put 4 parts in there. Let me extend this one out right here. Okay, so each one has 4 parts. Well, I've got to go through on my pies, and I'm going to use my pencil here. Here he's using 3/4 of it. So he used 1, 2, 3. In this container, he used 3/4. In this container, he used 3/4. In this container, he used 3/4. This container, he used 3/4. And in this container, he used 3/4. So how much blueberries did he use in all? Well, this is 3, 6, 9. So I'll label it. So those of you that I want to make sure. I have 3 that I shaded here. I have 3 more that he shaded here. I have 3 more that he shaded here. I have 3 more that he shaded here. 3 more that he shaded this one, and 3 more. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 equals what? So it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So he used 18. My denominator is fourths. 18 fourths. So I needed to simplify that. So what is 18 fourths? Well, if you wanted to do your division, 4 goes into 18 4 times. Very good. Because 4 times 4 is 16 with 2 left over. So it's 4 and 2/4. But we need to simplify it. Put it into its simplest form. So now my numerator and my denominator are both even. So they're both divisible by 2 because they're even numbers. And it can be cut in half. So I'm going to have my 4. 2 goes into 2 1 time. 4 goes into 2 goes into 4 2 times. And so he's going to end up using 4½ cups. All right. Or pints, not cups, but pints. So do you see how we did it in a model, and then we're doing it as an equation? Very good. All right, so let's look at number 8. This was the problem that you did last night. If you didn't, we're going to work on it together. Mr. McGregor pours 3/8 pound of dirt in each of his 4 flower pots. How much dirt does Mr. McGregor fill to the 4 pots? Okay, so my equation is 3/8 pound of 4 pots. Okay, so I'm going to, because I should have circled this one. I'll use purple here. I'll change out my colors tomorrow, and I'll do your key. 3/4 pounds of is the key word. And then it's the flower pots. So I needed to do my 4. And I'm going to underline flower pots. And I should have underlined the of, not circle it. But that's okay. As long as I remember. So I have 3/8 of the 4 pots. So now I'm going to draw my dirt bags. Because he used 3/8 of a pound of the dirt of each of his containers. So each flower pot is 1 flower pot, 2 flower pots, 3 flower pots, 4 flower pots. I'm going to have my denominators